Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of TYT Sports. Drew Carter, Dave Brand. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to have you back once again. A lot of positive comments when you guys were on the show last time, so...
That's because we're awesome. We're awesome. We're pretty awesome.
Try desperately to replicate that, or you're never, ever coming back on this show.
Probably not going to happen, man.
No, actually, you can. Yeah, you'll be back.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I make no promises.
He's got stories, all right? He's got an NFL career. What do you have?
Not a lot.
Oh, you worked for the Eagles, though.
I played Division III baseball.
Oh, okay. Where at?
Kenyon College, so I can hang my hat on that. 2 years.
Is he bullshitting?
No, he's not.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
I did sports broadcasting at Indiana University.
There you go.
I was a part-time athlete as well. So, okay, we got some fantastic stories. I did some intramurals too. We co-ed volleyball, almost won it all. We lost in the championship game. Yeah.
There you go, man.
I was kind of awesome. So we got some fantastic stories for you guys, so let's get started. Paul George, prior to the Pacers matchup with the, I was about to say Indiana Heat, the Indiana Pacers against the Miami Heat, he stated that basically Kevin Durant is a tougher player to guard than LeBron James. We have his quote via Yahoo Sports, so let's pull that up very quickly if we can. Here was his quote. "It is a tougher matchup. I watch their games. I watch a lot of NBA games." Good for him. I always like that, by the way, when athletes take pride in their sport. And offensively, KD, as in obviously Durant, is most of the times he's scoring in bunches off of ISO plays, which he didn't do against the Pacers, and one-on-one plays. And when they play against us, he's moving a lot. He's the screener. He's getting back screen, and he's coming off pin downs. And it's a little different when I'm guarding him, and makes it tougher to cover. By the way, a pin down, I had to look this up. When you set a pick on a player close to the basket to let your teammate pop out to the wing. So that was kind of awesome. I always like looking up sort of terminology of each sport. But here's some of the numbers. By the way, Basketball Reference is a fucking fantastic website. If you don't go to it and you're a sports fan, you're half an idiot, just half unaware. So some of those things, by the way, and I want to get your opinions on this, but just hear me out. Kevin Durant dropped 36 against the Pacers. LeBron dropped, I believe it was 17 points, but he had 14 rebounds. Coming off of screens, Kevin Durant, 11.2% of his shots. For LeBron, 17% of his attempts come in the post. 21% in transition. He has 551 total points to Kevin Durant's 579. Durant shoots 50% on two-pointers. LeBron, 62% on two-pointers. On three-pointers, obviously, as you might know, Kevin Durant takes more, 37% on 33 of 88 shooting. And LeBron James, 43.3% on 29 of 67% shooting. Also, LeBron is has a better assist ratio, I believe, an assist percentage, which is also an estimate of the percentage of teammates' field goals a player assisted while he was on the floor, 33-23 in favor of LeBron. Yeah. So let me start with you, Mr. Carter. So, okay, Kevin Durant or LeBron James, who's harder to guard?
Chasing around Kevin Durant is, I would say, tougher. Coming off screens, coming off picks all game long. I mean, LeBron's big body gets in the post. Obviously, his shooting percentage is probably higher because he's closer to the basket more than Durant. Even though Durant's taller, he's shooting more outside shots.
He gets better looks.
But Durant, chasing Durant around all game, and he's already, what is he, 6'11", and you're trying to come off picks and still trying to extend your hand and block. It's going to be tougher for me. I would say
6'10". Go ahead.
I would say tougher to guard Durant than LeBron.
I agree, and I think another stat, and I think you mentioned it briefly, is that LeBron scores 20% of his points on the fast break.
Right.
21%.
Yeah, and not to mention, again, a telling stat is LeBron is a better distributor. So again, I think you're right. They're two different beasts. I think Durant's half-court game is more refined, and he's got more weapons in his arsenal than LeBron. But LeBron can body you up.
Like what?
I mean, he's a better shooter. He can come off a screen and hit a shot more consistently than LeBron.
Kevin Durant is averaging 29 points per game.
Yeah.
LeBron is averaging 17 points per game. Or excuse me. Hang on just a moment.
Right.
20, I was looking at the Pacers line. 25 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game, 6.3 assists per game. The assist numbers are up there. So out of anything, we could talk about the MVP and what have you, and that, no, well, if you take this guy off that team, look, if you take either guy off their team, they're not going to be where they are today.
Right.
But here's my point. With LeBron, is it more of a team effort defensively instead of a one-on-one effort? Because he likes to draw the double teams. Yeah. If he gets in the post, he draws a double team, he's going to kick it out to Chalmers or Battier or Ray Allen. Is it a sound defensive effort when you're playing against LeBron?
In the Heat, especially because there's so many guys that can hurt you, especially with like you know, you have Mario Chalmers sitting on the wing. You already have D Wade. You have all the big names. And then I think you ask any NBA player if you want to chase somebody around all game coming off screens, they're like, heck no.
I mean, let's not forget, Russell Westbrook isn't chopped liver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And neither is Serge Ibaka. But again, I think they run a half-court set more, which I think defensively, you obviously spend more time playing defense, which makes it harder. You get tired. I think that has something to do with it as well. The Heat, their offense is predominantly it's a transition game. You know, they'll get out and run on you far more than the Thunder will. You're guarding Durant over the course of a game a lot more than you're guarding LeBron. Which I think is
a tougher job.
Not, you know, is a point that needs to be made.
But who's going to stop the runaway train of LeBron anyway?
Yeah, you're
just like you said,
you're not going to stop that.
There's beasts, both of them. It's like, who's going to put the...
Nay, hilarious.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't want to guard either one of those guys, though.
Do I.
I like those guys. That's the best scorer and the best player in the NBA, in the world.
Field goal percentage-wise, by the way, Kevin Durant 47%, LeBron 58.4%. So speaking to your point, he gets better looks and a better percentage of looks, certainly.
Yeah, and I think it's transition. It's the post game. You know, that's an astronomical percentage, by the way.
So you guys agree with Paul George? Kevin Durant is obviously the harder guy to defend because he comes around screens.
In a 24-second shot clock, like you said, half court.
In a half court setting, absolutely.